Hello everybody, this is PillarTrading.com and we are doing the weekly update for Monday, taking a look at all the different markets and finding out the levels before they trade. Let's get started with the E-mini S&P 500 index futures, currently trading 1162.50. You're taking a look at the daily chart here. As you can see, we have not had a major pullback after breaking out of the long anticipated short here at 1126s. We have broken above that, have not yet had that major pullback. We are moving up on the 15-minute chart, which we can see here. The 15-minute trend is to the upside. It traded at 1145.50s. That move has a target up here at 1172. So that is the current move. There are no short trades on the ES on any time frame, be it the weekly, the daily, the 15-minute. Any way you look at this thing, there is no short opportunities. Now, a breakdown of the long trend is going to occur if we trade below 1141, and that will be the 15-minute trend breaking down, and that is when we are going to look for that daily trend to trade. The daily trend right now, as the market stands, we are looking at 1125 even to test that midterm trend, which is, again, is still to the upside on the ES. Now we glance at the euro versus the US dollar. This is the big one. Looking at the monthly chart, you'll remember that we had the trade of the euro not too long ago. This is a monster of a trade against the US dollar. This has a target all the way up at $1.80, and it traded, and what has happened now, you can see it easier on a daily chart, is we have broken out of this large short. You can see there was initial resistance at the 135 mark. We saw brief resistance there, have broken up into it, and from there it was straight through. The breakdown level was 138.75. That traded, and we have since been moving up. You can see there's been no pullback after the initial pullback down here. There is no pullback on the daily chart. We've got to go down to the 15-minute chart, and what we can see there is we had that 15-minute trend to the upside continue to act as support, and we saw continued buyers flood this market and take this thing higher. 138.32 was the level. This has got a target up above at 141.20. 141.20 is the target. Should we trade below this, look for that short-term trend to take over to the downside and bring us back into a daily opportunity. But right now, as it stands, the euro versus the US dollar is completely bullish. No short setups after we broke out of that weekly short setup. We switch now to the Australian versus the US dollar. This chart has been amazing the past few weeks, technically sound, and right now there has been no change. Looking at the weekly chart here, we can see we never got that pullback we fully anticipated on the Australian dollar. What happened is they took it up early. They took it up off of 80 even, and we go down to the daily chart. We're going to be able to see again after this initial pullback here, once the short broke out, we have yet to see another sizable pullback. Right now, as the market stands at 99.17 as a high, that would be 93.30. 93.30, and we could continue to be bullish on the pair. We go down to the 15-minute chart and see if we can't pinpoint exactly what's happening. You can see we've had a double top here at 99.17. To think that this pair is trading at that level fundamentally is pretty wild. So we've got that going. Now, if we were to sell off from here, we've got another small double top up here. If we were to sell off, break out of this area, we would look for the daily long play. Again, there are no short setups. I'm only drawing this short setup here to give you guys the opportunity to see that if we do see heavy selling, you're going to be coming from people that anticipate this is a double top and think that fundamentally this move is not going to go any further. But the 15-minute trend, which is still moving in the upward direction, is at 98.15. That is where this thing is going to get picked back up. Even if they sell into it on the short-term trend, it's got a target right in the middle of the move. So we could see participation on both sides. This has got a target above us breaking, or just at the 99.45 area, breaking this high of 99.17. We quickly go over to the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. This chart just hit a major weekly target. The weekly target was down here, 81.50s, 81.75s. Two different areas sold into it on the weekly chart. Both have hit. So what we are now looking for is the sign that the long-term bears are going to take profit on this move. Okay, they've been in this market for a very long time. This is a huge target. We are bound to see participation, a little bit of covering. We go down to the 15-minute chart, and what we can see is we've had shorts on the 15-minute chart all the way down, and finally, if we take off this massive target, we can see that we broke out of the shorts, And this next support area is going to tell us which way this chart is going to move in the short term. If we pick it up from here, we're going to test the next daily move up here at 83.65. If we continue to sell off, there are no longs in the market until we establish a 15-minute trend in the direction to the upside. So guys, those are the plays on the major markets. If you've got any questions or comments throughout the week on these charts or any of the other charts we go over, stop by the website www.pillartrading.com. We try to get to those questions as quick as we can. Hopefully everyone has a good trading week, and I will see you all in the next video.